What's good, family? It's Mike back with another video, and in this video we got some good stuff going on, man. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I'm gonna do a complete breakdown of a pair to really show you guys how you can really take advantage of whatever pair you're trading, and especially when it's in the trending market. Those are basically the best markets to trade in when you firmly understand the trend and where price is going. So before we even get into the good stuff, you guys already know what to do. Make sure you please comment, like, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell to become a part of my notification games and know when I post new videos. Good content, man, every single week. It's coming. And for all my new people, or even for the people that have been with me for a while, if you're not following me on the Instagram, go ahead and do that right now, man. Go ahead and follow me on the gram. I want to stay connected with you guys. I know a lot of you guys DM me on Instagram and stuff. I try to get back with a lot of you. Some of you I've answered a couple questions. I do answer questions to the best of my ability if you message me on Instagram. So please give me a follow. You got to be following me on Instagram, and I'll respond to that message. I'll respond to that DM. And I just want to be able to get to know you a little bit better and connect with you. But other than that, man, I'm not going to even waste time with you guys, man. Go ahead and do that for me, and let's get into these charts. You dig? So guys, right now we are currently on GBP JPY. For my new people, this is one of my favorite pairs. I love the way GJ moves. It's very, very volatile. You catch 100 pips, 50 to 100 pips on this pretty well because of how volatile it is. And especially around London session, even New York session, it just gives you those moves, especially when it starts trending. You can really take advantage of it. So what I want to do is I want to completely break down this pair. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I would do before I even took a trade with GJ, okay? So first of all, you see where GJ is right now. And back down here, you can see I already have the higher time frame levels already up. For those of you guys don't know, I need to make a video on this, but I have the monthly and weekly levels indicator on. And basically all it's doing is basically showing me where the higher time frame levels are, so that I don't have to go to the daily and weekly and just mark it off myself or just look at them. I just want to always keep that in mind to make sure that I know where the higher time frame levels are, because at the higher time frame levels, they are very important, because the average, the majority of the time when price comes around these levels, something big happens. So I want you guys to really keep that in mind, especially my new people who are listening. You says the weekly high, the monthly high, and this and that, everything that's happened around these areas, price has done something that we want. I'm gonna go to the monthly, and you see price, for the past 3 months, it was showing us that it was bearish, right? So it's been bearish for the last 3 months. Go to the week, you can see it's also bearish, right? It's showing bearish. You see this rejection right here. And also, just from looking at the weekly primarily right now, you can see it did do a lower low, lower high, lower low, and then lower high as well. And then it went down. And then we are 1 day away. And this is showing us that price has the option to keep going down. It's showing us that sellers are continuously in the market right now. They're pretty heavy in the market, especially if this weekly candle closes bearish, and it is basically going to be an engulfing candle compared to the previous candle, and we might see price come down to the monthly low and possibly break the monthly low, or it might reject off the monthly low and go up. So we're going to see what happens, but we're going to scale down some more. Now we go to the daily, and you see the daily is going on right now, and you see what's happening. There was a series of lower lows and lower highs that were being created, and you can see prices continuously went down. And even though price did come back to this area, this weekly high, you can tell it still did not break. It kind of formed a double top here to where price wanted to come down. So literally what I would do is I could have literally just mark this area right there, and it literally would have shown us that this was a higher time frame level, that this hold a heavy area of significance, because this is what they call price action. Because not only was this a strong resistance in this area, very, very strong resistance, but if we go back in the past and go to the line chart so you guys can see it, resistance, it was also a strong support right here. You guys can see that. If I even go to the candlesticks, you can see what happened. This was a very, very significant level. But on top of that, because this is on the higher time frame, it holds even more significance. Okay, so this is why when price came around this level, me personally, I would look for a sell. Prices, in a downward trend, we can identify that off the top. We can literally identify that if we wanted to. Let's see if I can get a line for all my trend line lovers. Let me see, disjoint channel. Maybe I'll do this one. Yeah, y'all didn't know about that, did you? You didn't know about that one, did you? Thought I was gonna get the trend line out, didn't you? I've been using this tool a little bit, but I could have drawn the regular trend line too. But I just I like using this sometimes. So you can see what's going on. And literally price, like I was saying, price is making a series of lower lows and lower highs. It's showing us that it was in a downward trend. And you see we got some double top action right here. This little boom, boom, downward direction. Very, very simple trade in a sense to me, in my personal opinion. And we could possibly look for price to break this support level right here and keep going down, or price could stop at this level and go right back up and possibly reach this high and go straight through it, retest and go to the monthly high, or like I said, it just will break through and go down to this monthly low. So this is what you kind of got to keep an eye on. Okay, so we're gonna keep this in mind and we're gonna scale down again. Okay, so now we're on the 4-hour chart. And you can see on the 4-hour chart what price was doing as well. Now, obviously, on the 4-hour chart, every candle represents 4 hours, okay? So with these little dotted lines in the middle right here, these are what they call session breaks. If you don't know what session breaks are, they're basically the amount of candles that form. Let's say you're on the 4-hour chart, okay? Every candlestick represents 4 hours, okay? It takes 6 candles to reach a full 24 hours, because there's 24 hours in a day, right? So it's marking that for you when you have the session breaks on. Now, for all my beginners, how do you put the session breaks on? Well, I'll show you. You go to the settings up here at the top right, and then you go to appearance, and these are the session breaks. You see, if I put the checks on, this and that, it'll come off, okay? So I'm gonna press OK, and then you see, let's count them. Let's count them. So that's 4 hours right here, 8. Look at this. That's 3 candles, 4 candles, 5 candles, 6 candles. 6 times 4 is 24 hours. So all of this represented 1 daily candle. You got me? You didn't know that, did you? Okay. So same thing for this. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 candles on the 4-hour chart represents the daily candle. So now you see how the confluence kind of comes into play, okay? That's why I always talk about in my videos, if the daily candle is bearish, most likely that's what's happening on the lower time frames, okay? So let's go over how we get into this market, okay? So right here, yes, price was coming up to our higher time frame level up here. So even for all my trend line lovers, you could have even drawn a trend line from here to here if you wanted to. And as soon as price got around this level, this is where I would look to enter. This is all you have to do. It's very, very simple. You could have entered right here. I'm going to show you all the places you could have entered. So we're going to keep this area in mind. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this part so you guys aren't confused. I'm going to take off this trend line. And I want you guys to really see this area, okay? So we're going to take the eclipse. I'm going to put it right here, this area. Keep this area in mind now. I'm going to make it green. We'll make it green. Light green. Do light green, okay? Scale down to the hour 1 chart, okay? And you see the session breaks that I was just talking about. You see what's going on. There are more candles because it's every hour now, okay? Every hour. So you see all of this rejection. The closer price got around this higher time frame level. Just think about it this way: the closer you get to the higher time frame level, the less risk you'll have to take on the trade. What do I mean by that? Let me show you. So if I go over here and I go to short position, and let's say after this candle closes, I want to get on this candle. So I'm going to put this right here, put my stop loss behind the higher time frame level, way above it, let's say about 30 pips, right? And then, you know, my TP can obviously be, you know, down here if I wanted to, or if I go back to the 4-hour chart to pick my target, it would have been like right here. I'm gonna do this for you guys, so you know what I'm saying, it doesn't look confusing. Could have been right here for a target, or if I go down another one, could have been right here, somewhere around this area. Let me do the line chart so you guys can see it. Oops. Right, this little area could have been a target, price action right there, and this also could have been a target right here in this area. Boom, right? So those are our targets, and you see they all got hit immediately. No question. Very, very smooth move, but this is how I would have got it in the first place. This is how I would have got in, and you see all of this traction that was going on. This is what that 4-hour candle looked like. Now I know individuals probably would have gotten into the market after this close. This was bearish, and I mean this was bullish at first, but this was only a stop hunt. And you have to be able to understand this. That's why getting in at the higher time frame level is going to give you a higher probability of the trade going in your direction. So this is why you want to keep that in mind. So you put that stop loss above that area, and yes, you would have been in some sort of drawdown if I would have measured this right here. Remember, because we got it on this candle, if I would have measured this from here to here, you would have been about 15 pips in drawdown. Now, during these areas, when you're negative a certain amount, you have to remember that you have to remember your overall projection at all times. You have to remember that. If you do not remember that, you do not trust your analysis, you're not going to be able to hold the trade. That is extremely important in all of this. And you see the targets hit just like that. And that is how I would have got in to the market, guys. This is as simple as it is. The lower you go in the time frames, the more candlesticks you're going to see. But that overall projection is going to stay the same. Those longer wicks on the 4-hour chart, like you see right here, is just more candlesticks on the lower time frames. Remember, I was telling you guys about the sessions. See, look at all these candles. We're on the 15-minute. We're getting more candles within the session because it's every 15 minutes on the 15-minute chart. Every 15 minutes has to go up to a full 24 hours to represent the whole day. That's why they call it confluence. That's why all the time frames are one. So if you want to put the session breaks on, consider that, guys. But this is as easy as it is, man. If you guys want me to do another one of these videos, definitely, please, definitely put it in the comments. Just put in the comments, say, Mike, you know, I want another video. I want to see another video. I want to see another video like this. Man, you do that, get this, you know, like this video, comment on it. Man, I'm telling you, I'll put out a part 2 for this, but it's as simple as that, guys. Very, very simple. If I go to the 5-minute, you can see the same thing. There's more candles. There's more candles. I just gave y'all some extra secret sauce, man. Like this video up if you loved it. I'll be back in the next one, guys. Have a great day. Peace and blessings.